Hey guys, welcome back to the Weiss Schwarz podcast. I'm here today with...
My name's Oliver.
Big weeb.
My name is Rex.
And today we're going to talk about ReZero and then casual and competitive play. But first, get some stuff out of the way. If you like this video and you want to check out other ones, you can go to facebook.com, youtube.com, patreon.com. Check out TCG University. Check out our other content and whatnot. If you have podcast services, we got iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify. If we're not on a certain service, just let us know. Shout outs to all our Patreon sponsors. We got AD, Andrew Dang, Anthony Albano, Chris Miner, Clay Cardwell, Jay Rogers, Jarrett Hubbard, Josh Stone, Justin First, Kat Maria, Kevin Broberg, Lucinda Letica. I cannot pronounce your name, Andrew. Sorry. Paul Casagrande, Samantha Stevens, Theodore Ruiz, Tyler Zane Pease. We also have two other sponsors, Inked Gaming and Cards Custom Build, but more on them later. So, how are you guys today?
Oh, pretty good.
Fresh.
I'm doing pretty good. Had a good day of Animal Crossing.
Dude, that's what I look forward to in my days is Animal Crossing anymore.
Right.
But other than that, it's been pretty shit because I'm almost dry on breeding Electrics for Pokemon.
Yeah. When you're not lucky like you have been, it kind of sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. You're not wrong.
Just wait. You're going to get over 1,000 and I will still be laughing at you.
Dude, if I you, fuck me. But other than that, I finished Love Live today. So happy.
You finished Love Live? Oh, your deck. Yeah, I forgot. You're working on your deck, right?
Dude, nobody watches it.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
That's what
I was really confused. You watched it?
Okay, I watched the first season of regular Love Live. I've not touched Sunshine, but I finished the deck.
This week I've watched Gangsta, I've watched A3, and I've watched ID Invaded. And I'm currently watching some dumbass show I don't recommend anybody watch, but is I Couldn't Be a Hero, so I got a job.
Whoa. Did you watch that new episode of Tower God?
I have not watched the new episode yet. I was saving it for tomorrow when the third episode comes out, so I can watch 2 in a row.
Oh, the third episode comes out tomorrow?
They come out on Saturdays. They come out every Saturday.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Dude, I'm hella hyped for Tower of God, but I have a problem where I don't like waiting for episodes.
Dude, I gotta be honest though. Big side tangent here. He looks so much better in the show than how he was drawn originally. Oh my god.
Oh, you mean Bam?
Yeah.
Yeah. So early chapters for Tower of God are a little rougher because it's a Korean manual. So it's more of him finding out how he wants to do things and whatnot. So it keeps growing. Like the art style gets better and better. Like I think it's either season 3 or season 4. We're on time skip 2.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna spend
really cool.
all of tomorrow reading through it. So.
Oh, dude,
don't spoil it.
I'm not gonna spoil it. I guess I just spoiled that we have 2 time skips, but whatever. But it's really good, and I'm so happy they did it. The precursor to this show was I don't know if you guys have seen it, was Noblesse. If you guys watched that miniseries.
No.
Because Noblesse is another it's a Korean webtoon that you can get off the webtoon app. That was it actually finished earlier last year. Yeah. It finished its entire run earlier last year, but it was a really high up there manual that everyone was really enjoying, and they did a mini 3-part movie type series thing. Mm-hmm. And it was a big hit, but I don't think it really got anything off the ground. But with that, and then everyone liking it, Webtoon just I guess is starting to push more of their shit, which is really cool.
Yeah,
because they have a lot of cool shit.
I think just based off the first episode, a lot of people that I talked to were saying it was pretty dull in color palette and stuff like that. But the second episode just blew up the show and my interest.
So
nice.
Here's the thing: the reason the first episode's dull and colorless is because he comes from a part that's actually just dull and colorless. He lived in an entire area that was devoid of light.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
okay, like the a lot of people are saying like the color palette for the show.
like it's
was
very
kinda- yeah.
plain. Like it's very plain. I haven't watched the second episode yet, so I'm hoping they picked it up a little bit. Like, but you said that they did, and it was like really hype. So I'm looking forward to it tomorrow.
Yeah, dude. Okay,
But like,
alright.
like the manga is very good.
All right. Cool.
So, first topic. Who wants to start?
First topic today.
You're gonna do casual and competitive, right?
We can
I
do
thought
either.
we were
I think we should talk about.
now.
If you want to talk about ReZero later, we can talk about ReZero later.
I think we'll probably talk more on ReZero than we will on casual and
Yeah.
competitive.
So we can
So
get
I
casual and
think-
competitive out of the way if you want.
Yeah, I think that's a better idea, to be honest.
Okay. So Oliver, this was one of your ideas. So you go ahead and describe how you want to like bring this topic forward.
So actually, I got this topic from Tam, who is sitting at the computer. He actually sent it out when I asked Discord group, and he wanted to know the difference between when knowing to play casual and when you decide to go and play competitive. So pretty much, it's just what differences are you looking for in a casual deck, and what differences are you looking for in a competitive deck, and then how do you change your mentality between casual play and competitive play? I play a lot of local tournaments casually. I really don't usually play in a competitive mindset, to be honest, because like I save competitive points for like store tournaments, regionals, big events, not these small little local events, because that in local events, that's when you're playing to either test decks and do stuff and just play to have fun. So usually I'm playing decks that are not up on the power scale, so they're probably like maybe B, maybe high C tier decks. So I'm usually playing like what I've been playing recently. Well, I just got JoJo's deck, so whenever locals start up again, I'm going to be playing JoJo's again for a bit.
I think the last deck you were playing, I think you played ReZero at the last tournament.
That was the shop challenge, though. So people,
yeah, I guess that's
people,
true. Our last tournament was kind of like just the shop challenge. So
yeah, so people want me to.
but like it's also been like a month and a half, and I could barely remember. I think
no.
besides that, you played Sword Art.
No,
played-
I did not
you played
play
Broccoli.
ReZero. I did not play ReZero at shop challenge. Want to know why? Because I played Review Starlight.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was. Because I made a dumb joke about it.
Yeah, and so I was playing that casually, and that's for other reasons. So you guys don't really need to know why I wasn't playing competitively for that tournament. Whoever's on Patreon, but pretty much I was just playing casually, and I played a Review Starlight deck that I just memed with. So there was that. But it's just usually just playing to have fun.
I think before that you were playing Broccoli too. So like
Yeah, I was playing
another
Alcization.
non-competitive deck.
Yeah.
It's always so fun to play decks that are non-competitive.
Oh yeah.
Dude, this deck had 3 combos. It was not competitive at all. We almost killed every single one of our opponents. It was hilarious. But everyone had a way to bounce Broccoli, so I was a little sad.
Goddamn meta. Creeping
Yeah,
up
dude.
on ya.
Dude, they just play their stuff that says bounce your dude that has combo from last turn. I'm just like, oh, I don't get to burn you for. Rip.
Fair.
I play an incomplete Acceleral deck, an incomplete Alice deck, an incomplete. I guess Yui's not really an incomplete deck. That's my own build deck. So I play a Yui waifu deck from Sword Art. I play a Silica waifu deck from Sword Art. Hey, I got second place with that Yui deck.
Dude, James.
I can't really badger you. I've never played against it.
Have you ever got hit in the face with 10K 1-0s?
Yes, I have. That guy.
I got my Yui's. I got my base 1-0 Yui's that have like a base power like 3-5 up to like 10K, without a climax combo.
That event's so stupid.
When that deck goes off, it's funny as fuck.
You know, I love seeing something that comes like completely out of left field.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think
yeah.
Kyle was playing Modica and he had a Demon Home, and it was like about 20,000, and I ended up killing it. He's like, "There's no way you can kill that with Nisekoi." Like, I don't know. You tempted me.
If you brainstorm enough, you can accomplish anything.
Oh yeah, dude. That
You have to
0-0
concentrate.
Toge. I hit like 3 of them in one brainstorm. I'm like, oh, they're 6,000 power. We're almost there.
Must be nice having a brainstorm to just give 2K for free, huh?
Yeah.
It's a
Let
one.
me just kick these promise pendants out of my memory and give more power and soul just because I can.
Yeah.
That is an amazing card for Nisekoi.
And then other than that, I played Log Horizon.
Yeah, so me and I believe James are the main ones on playing a lot more casually than trying to play competitive, to be
Hey, I'm
honest.
trying to make that Log Horizon deck competitive.
I know you are, but still.
I'm close.
Looking at power scales, though. No.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't have a good climax combo.
Yeah.
Like a single good one.
All right, Rex, I'll let you go next.
Oh, all right. So one thing is, honestly, I play the like level 0 game against somebody. Like I'll play it like a competitive way, and I'll build my way up to like be able to play competitively. But I will just honestly make bad decisions against people that I know that are learning, and I'll really just accrue myself to what's happening in the game. You know, I really try to make sure that it's not an unfair game to whom I'm playing against. I really want to make sure, you know, that it's a fun game. You know, I try not to like completely throw somebody under the bus. You know, somebody that's learning, because I taught a bunch of people how to play the game at NebCon, and
Nice.
yeah, and Oliver helped me, and Andrew helped as well. But yeah, I had to get rid of a couple decks because, you know, I can't play certain decks like casually, you know. But yeah, definitely just judging. I like to judge the person that's sitting in front of me. If they've played card games, you know, how to treat that person and stuff, and teaching them, you know, is something that I see useful. You could usually judge the person across from you.
What
Yeah.
a judger. That's so rude. I mean, what no. So for casual versus competitive for me, it's a little bit different, I'd say. Recently, I've probably been a bit over competitive for our locals, but that's just because literally Goblin Slayer came
you've been
out.
spiking it up.
Dude, Goblin Slayer came out, and I fell in love with it.
Dude,
So
I want to like
yeah.
I want to. So we talked about this on like I think 2 podcasts ago, maybe 3 or whatever.
Mhm.
Where we
Yeah.
talked about building a budget version of like the Priestess Goblin
Yeah.
Slayer deck, and
was
I
on
just
the
want to
buddy
build
cast,
that right
man.
now. Yeah, the buddy cast, and
Yeah.
like that's all I want to do. Is
Yeah.
I just need to buy the 4 Priestess and the 4 Climax combos. I might do that this paycheck just to finish off this Goblin Slayer deck.
Dude, get it done. But so I played that, and then I've been picking up meta decks because I have
'Cause you're a meta
2
whore.
projects. I have 2 projects simultaneously going on, which I'm finished with one now. I'm buying every single meta deck that I can, or at least one meta deck for each set, and then I'm going to be buying one deck just from each set in general, and it's going to be the meta build for each one. And that's just so if anyone ever at locals wants to play one, I'll just
You have 'em.
say, hey, you have it, or you can play it for today or whatever. So that's the goal there. But before that, I'd say I was in the meme class of decks in our locals. I would play like Abyssal Fleet, whip that out, Mono Green Gurren Lagann. I'd still play Diva, even though it's not in a perfect form yet. Diva X is coming.
Hasn't been
But-
announced yet.
But there's definitely a more competitive side, like Shop Challenge. I broke out Attack on Titan
Yeah, what a-
because
what a-
I wanted
what a
the
meta
promo.
whore.
If it wasn't a promo I wanted from Shop Challenge, I wouldn't have really cared. But since it was something I wanted, I definitely tried. And then definitely at regionals, I always make sure that I try because I don't want to let anyone down on the team because everyone wants to top.
Oh yeah, everyone wants to win.
Yeah, and that kind of gets into the point where it's not just me playing my deck, it's I have repetition on the deck, and then on top of that, this was like 2 or 3 podcasts ago now, but I was talking about deck sense. That's where I really try to get into a flow with my deck, and I'm doing everything in my power to make sure if it's Springfest, I'm winning my slot for my team so we can advance, or if it's even if it's not Springfest, I'm still gonna do everything I can to make sure I'm playing my deck as optimally as possible, while also trying to maintain my feel and read on my deck, so I know and have a gauge of what's going to be happening. And I'd say from practicing that, even though we were more so on the meme side for the last Spring Fest I played at for just our deck composition, then even the Spring Fest before that, in both of those 2 Spring Fests that I went to, we topped. So I'd say I at least feel like I did my part, or at least I did get the matches that I needed to make sure that
you weren't too heavy.
Yeah, I was not heavy.
You weren't getting carried. You weren't getting carried
No.
the entire day.
No, we made tops both regionals, so I was happy with that.
I'm upset that all these events are getting canceled. I wanted to go to an event this year.
Hey man, Fall Circuit, we're going.
Dude,
We'll meet Rex in Texas.
I'm
Yes.
upset that I didn't top at the regionals. I went with Rex, Kyle, and Brent.
Was that the same regional where me, Kyle, and Brent topped?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
the
dude,
random
and I-
team that you were with?
yeah. Dude, one of my randos team members let me down. I was a little sad, but like I played really well, so I was happy. But like still, like
I mean,
if you would have
honestly,
won,
teams, that's really all you can do.
yeah, if you would have won one more game, we would have made tops. But like it happens. Like he was having bad RNG going out throughout the whole day. We had opposite win rates, so he went 1-4, I went 4-1. And then our Persona 5 player, because P5 had barely just came out, he rocked it. It was his first event ever, and
Oh,
he
nice.
played a P5 deck that he made, and he did really well.
Yeah.
He had some really big clutch wins. I was really happy
Hey,
for
Andrew, are
him.
you building that? Is that on your list of things to build?
What?
Cat bus.
Cat bus?
Persona
yeah,
5.
P5.
Oh, no, because I'm doing the Joker build.
Dang, I really like the bus.
Red
Yeah.
yellow or blue yellow?
Plus is I would just be so terrified of a wind trigger.
I'm gonna go with the red yellow for my build, but I think Rex made a good point where casual versus competitive. It's something that I feel like a lot of people at regionals, at least from what I've heard from other regional or not other regionals, other locals, there's a bit of over aggressiveness, and I get that everyone wants to win, but at the same time, if you have someone new that's in the game and they've never played a card game or anything like that, I feel like they need to be, first brought up to speed and not necessarily go easy on them, but make sure that if you're going to play a game, make it a close game or something like that. Make an unoptimal choice just so they can at least get a feel for, hey, I'm not just going to get blasted from 2-6 to 3, so I don't get to do any of the cool stuff in my deck. I think that's really important. That's kind of the goal of the project that I have for building the meta decks, or at least the meta deck for each set, just so everyone says like, oh, cool, dude, I wanted to play Monogatari, and I want to play it in a more optimal deck. Here's a more optimal deck. You can see how it plays against other stuff, but you at least have the tools in your deck that are going to allow you to play that set to the highest level.
Oh yeah, definitely. Don't worry, I got your meta Log Horizon deck built. Don't worry.
Dude. What are you doing with all the non-foils, by the way?
For Log Horizon?
Yeah.
I told you so I guess I talked about this in the pre-show or before the podcast, but I want to get like a playset of all the cards from the set, like every rarity and whatnot.
Ah, James,
So,
you're
like-
breaking my balls here.
Why, are you trying to build a deck?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Why? You think that's a good deck?
He has to
and-
have every deck, man.
I'm gonna build a deck from every set.
Okay. I guess.
Yeah. And
We'll figure it out.
I mean,
just buy
honestly, it might be
just
something
buy
where I
mice.
ask. It might be something where I ask our local shop if I can even just like leave decks there. That way,
Yeah.
if someone ever walks in, they can be like, "Hey, just play this."
Or if
I don't
ever you're just
know.
a bitch and don't show up because of some COVID-19 thing.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to do that, Andrew, because our local shop, our shop owner, has a lot of decks himself.
I mean, that's true.
Right. He has
But he has a ton, but he doesn't have like optimal, from at least what I'd say, or not necessarily optimal, because he has definitely some very interesting different builds.
I don't know. That
I don't-
Gilgamesh build can.
I don't think he
can,
has a lot of coverage, is what I'll say.
Oh no, probably not. But
He has a lot.
so-
He has a lot. He has like several Fate decks, several. I mean, he has a Love Life deck. He has several Goblin Slayer decks.
no, he has 2 Love Life decks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, like he has double up. Like
whoa.
if anyone wanted to go to our locals right now and play Abyssal Fleet for whatever fucking reason, we don't have it right now. And that's what I want to be available, because if someone comes in saying, "Hey, I want to play this. I want to play I want to play Angel Beats. Everyone's gonna look at him and be like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But I actually have that deck, so we're good.
Yeah, so that's really something that can actually bring people into the game, which is good.
Yeah.
Or if someone's like, dude, I'm gonna join this game because I like Adventure Time.
Oh yeah. And
You want to make sure that you have that, you know?
Hey, I want you to point out one person who thinks said that. I want you to find one person who said that.
oh god, I used to be against Adventure Time, but based on the one card that they already spoiled,
The card they spoiled today.
yeah, based on the one card that they spoiled, I think the set's actually going to be like Attack on Titan level.
It just looks so dumb. Why
From
they
the
got you such
first
a dumb
impression
set?
of that card being a better card on a non-relevant character in the show,
Oh,
think
I
it's
didn't
gonna
think
be a
about
lot
that.
better.
I didn't think about that.
Because generally, I'm not saying that this is always true, but they try to give the more relevant characters stronger effects.
Oh,
Yeah, like Aaron
you
and
look at Sword
Mikasa.
Art, Kirito's
Yeah.
all over the motherfucking deck.
Kirito's over everything.
yeah.
Asuna has some really good cards.
hmm
All the waifus have good cards.
Yeah.
And only Kirito has other good cards. Nobody
Yeah,
else
but
has
you-
good cards.
Dude,
But like
Momonosuke
literally,
Princess is gonna have the best ability.
any side character in the show, you're like, oh, hey, that's not a relevant character or card. I don't care.
Did you
Let's go to the
want
next
Did you
one.
want a cool Klein? Nah.
Nah, dude. Even though there are some pretty cool client cards, not gonna lie.
Well, like, did you want a cool Klein 3/2? Nah.
I mean,
Do you want a cool
even
Jill
Brandon won.
3/2? Nah.
Yeah.
Dude, AJL Bodyguard, give it to me.
Yeah.
And then the only reason they gave man, why can't I remember his name? Blue guy. Why can't?
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh. The only reason they gave him that is because there's no other fucking characters in the entire series.
Well, no. He had a main role in
He was the
Alice.
Asuna for that season. I get it.
I wouldn't say that, but
He's the
Yeah, like-
client.
looking at other sets that have like more centralized casts. Let's take even like Goblin Slayer, for instance, right?
Yeah.
Other
Slayer's
than your
is,
main
like, Central
characters,
5.
yeah. Other than your main characters, you're not seeing any side characters in that deck. Sorry.
Nah.
Like
Like-
as much as people want to play that 1/1 Encore character, I can't even remember his name. Like
Spearman.
that's a big maybe of a card.
Like you get to
That's
play
something
it.
I like.
You get
Go
to
ahead.
play it in the standby build. Like the standby build
Okay.
uses it pretty good, just because it like you don't have to pay for it.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
even
still-
play it.
Given that there's a split in like how you build a deck and that, I'd say it's in probably like maybe 5 to 10% of decks, not like
Oh yeah,
prevalent.
I think
Or
the
as
2/2's better, but that's just because the 2/2 can get over things. That's about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Rex?
Oh, so I was gonna mention something about, seeing things that you don't typically see is something how I actually end up building my decks. I'll build something that's, tournament worthy, but I want to be able to put something on the board that is still going to do something amazing, but the person sitting across from me is going to think, what the hell is that?
What the
I
fuck's
go
going
for
on?
that every time because I like
Dude,
to put something unique in the game that somebody's not doing.
dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it also
Spring-
presents a new level of challenge for your opponent because they, like,
They don't
it's
know
not
what-
necessarily hard for some people because a lot of people have good card knowledge, but like someone like me, if I was to go to a regional back when I was just getting Diva and Abyssal Fleet just came out, if I played against an Abyssal Fleet deck, I would have been like, what the hell is going on here?
I mean,
So,
most
like,
of the time when I
that-
play
that
games, I don't know
adds
what cards do. I just
a
kind of
level
go
of-
cool.
Challenge for your opponents by having that new mechanic or that different mechanic in
Yeah.
your deck.
Hey,
So-
man, that 2/3 Kayaba. Mess people
Hey.
up in that Spring Fest, man.
It's a pretty cool Kaiba. When do I
Hey,
get my
we're-
3/2 Kaiba? Huh?
We're not going
can-
back to me, Mart. I'm sorry.
When can I get
wasn't
my
even me.
3/2 Heathcliff?
Dude, 3/2 Heathcliff?
That'd be
damn it.
sick.
Dude, just
That'd be
give me
sick
the
as fuck.
level 0 Heathcliff, dude.
From 10?
Oh, from the 10th?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that card's so
I
sick.
think I built a Heathcliff deck back when the second Sword Art set came out.
I definitely did. I had a 4-color Heathcliff deck.
Oh my god.
I had it, and it was really bad. But I
Oh,
was
it's because
proud of it for
Heathcliff's
a
terrible.
week.
It's because
Yeah.
Heathcliff's terrible.
Dude, you talk about support,
really
you don't
bad.
talk about
What
Heathcliff.
was it, that 2-1?
Yeah, the two. It's like a 2/1 that like bounces a character, or shit. Now I don't remember.
Okay, well,
it either
well,
bounces a character or just sends it to the discard pile and just doesn't even worry about it.
Also, transitioning from being a casual player to a competitive player, that's really, everyone does different things, to be honest, on that. Some people go and if their deck just doesn't seem to work in the meta, they'll buy a new whole deck and they'll play that deck instead. There's those kind of players. There's those players that are just like, I want to play this set and I'm just going to adjust the set to everything that I play against and I'll find counters and play it like that. There are people who do a little bit of both. They get a new set, but it's not that high up on the meta, but it's probably like good Black Horse deck. So like right now, if someone is playing like Log Horizon, and then they want to upgrade and they decide, hey, I'm gonna go play Excel World instead. So they play Excel World, and Excel World right now is considered a B tier deck or C tier deck, whatever. And they decide to play that. That's a little higher on the spectrum, and they play a little more there. And hey, cool, they play a little bit of better deck. It can still win games. Any deck can still win games. You just need to find the niche of your deck and outperform people and using that niche.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's how you play the game.
Yeah.
Reflect back to that Milky Homes demo deck. There's no way that deck should ever win anything.
God damn it.
Hey, but you got fourth in our trial deck. No, it wasn't a trial deck.
That was so funny.
Breaking the rules.
It was breaking the rules, but it was so
literally
bad. Okay.
Dude, literally, Rex had half a Milky Homes demo deck, and I gave him my other half. And here, dude, if you want to play this, if you really want a meme today, because we're playing a trial deck tournament, he's like, yeah, I do. So he like grabbed them both.
To do this, I'm gonna go to level 2, and I'm gonna play level 2s.
I don't even have a level 3 game.
There's no level 3s.
I remember Ben was talking so much trash about it. He's like, "I'm gonna kick your butt," and then
plays him plays him first round.
Big clap.
Beat him at level 2.
Yeah, top 4 for that day was Rex. It was old Chop Hunter. Dwayne. It was Rex, then Dwayne, then me, and then I don't remember who I lost to in finals. I think it was Mike.
Dude, that was even back at Underground. My God.
Yeah. Yep. That
was a while ago.
Yeah, that was a bit ago.
No, I think for the transition into being a competitive player, it used to be easier. I'd say when the game was newer, it's definitely easier to get into being a competitive player. I think it's probably a different transition now, and that's again why I'm doing all the decks. But at the same time, I'd say that's where your people at locals need to have an understanding of, hey, this is a newer person. I'm not gonna play him with meta Attack on Titan my first game against them, because I don't just want to make them be like, dude, this game sucks. I have to play this deck.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's not something where I'm just gonna smack them out of the gate. I'm gonna walk them up to that point where they have the confidence in saying, hey, this might not be the best matchup, but these are the tricks and things I can do to get around this.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not going to give somebody a deck that only salvages and then play a Contai deck against them that says you get -3 soul. You can't do something like that.
Yeah. So I think a lot of it is, in the beginning, it was a lot more, hey, you have to have the drive to do better, because it was limited decks at that time. Now it's something more where you need to nurture those players and kind of help them with understanding, hey, this is a card game and it is more luck based, but still there's a competitive scene that you can break into, and if you do well, you win a free trip to Japan. Or if you do well in Springfest, and you just go team.
You get a high five and a playmat now.
Oh yeah.
Not to be mean to Bushiroad or anything like that, there was a substantial change to the difference to how it was and how it is now when AOT Set 2 came out. That was the big defining factor of when this change happened. Because before it, because I was playing before AOT2, you could play a lot of decks. You could play Modica still. You could play IMAS. You could play Nisekoi. And all these decks still had an equal chance to win. Yeah, there was still a meta. Like, there was still Telovru, Sword Art, and all that. But they weren't on a higher spectrum compared to how decks are now.
Yeah.
And that's just power creep. Yeah, but that was just power creep. It happens in card games. Power creep happens.
Yeah.
But, like, Aaron shouldn't have been the first card to be power crept. It just he should have been 3 sets down the line to have answers to him. But,
yeah,
like,
I think it's getting better now.
Yeah, for sure. We're getting a lot more sets that, like...
Oh, yeah. I mean, they nerfed Alicization.
Okay. Before they started nerfing sets, they gave us Heaven's Feel, which is still a really, really strong set. Because if you look at the deck that you build for Fate right now, most of your cards are Heaven's Feel deck, and then you're picking out the good stuff from the old sets.
Mm-hmm. Same with Sword Art, regular Sword Art, not Alicization. You got a couple upgrades in Alicization and a good amount of upgrades in Ordinal Scale. And then Re-Edit had a good amount of upgrades too. So literally you're playing pretty much those 3 sets except for maybe a couple other cards.
When I built my deck, I'm pretty sure it was like almost every single card was Re-Edit, Ordinal Scale, or the one-up from Alicization. So, yeah.
Yeah. But still, you can play like these niche cards that still give you stuff like
definitely.
the Silica Brainstormer, because it's still a good Brainstormer.
Yeah. Silica Brainstormer. Although, like, still freaking Leafa cards now.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you make a 2K backup a 3K backup that's, like, infinitely better?
Dude, it can be a 3/5 backup if you're playing the Kirito Brainstorm.
Oh, God. Big mistake. Yeah. All right, well, do we want to keep going? Or?
We can move into ReZero.
Yeah. If you guys have more questions about like the topic and just specific questions, go ahead and let us know. We'll be always happy to answer your questions.
Yeah.
The first sponsor of this week's podcast is InkedGaming.com. Are you looking to get a custom playmat? Well, then we suggest you check out InkedGaming.com. They have custom playmats, dice bags, mouse pads, and much more. Shot out of a cannon. James, what would you get on a playmat if you had to pick one right now?
7 Swell from Eureka 7.
What is that?
It's like the aftermath of like them launching a nuke practically.
I love nuke.
I love nuke.
I love nuke.
Yeah.
Technically, it's like a reaction between like a robot and.
Well, you can get it. You can get it on a playmat. What would you get?
I'm Izuken.
Izuken.
Yeah.
What is that?
Stop!
New anime.
No.
New anime.
right now.
Yeah.
I've fallen in love with it.
Is it really good?
It's
It
like
is.
Ed and Eddie the
It's-
anime.
So
It's
it
the
has
way
been
it's described
described
to me.
as if Ed, Ed and Eddie was an anime about 3 girls making an anime.
Wow. Well,
It is also made by the same guy that made Ping Pong the animation.
I'm super in. You could definitely get that on a
course
playmat
you
with
would. It's Ping Pong the
InkedGaming.com.
animation.
Spider-Man, obviously. They even recently added stitched options to their playmats and mouse pads as well. I've got a couple of these stitched playmats. They are exceptionally good. They're so good. Edges never fray, they never curl, nothing. So if you want to get 10% off of your order, please use the code TCG University, all caps, no spaces at checkout, and help support the channel by customizing your game to your style. In addition to Ink Gaming, we've also got Cards Custom Build. Are you in a cosplay? Looking to get in a cosplay? Or you want to show up to events dressed as your favorite character? Well, Cards Custom Build can help. Cards Custom Build creates everything from cosplay accessories like props, trinkets, or weaponry, all the way to full costumes, full stop. James, if you had Cards Custom Build making something right now, what would it be? It could be anything. Full costume or...
It'd probably be Weiss's weapon from Ruby.
Are you sure? Because he could easily make the gun from Gears of War. Easily. The big chainsaw gun?
There's a lot. There's a lot I would want.
Well,
Okay?
give me an example.
Yeah, you got the Gears chainsaw.
Uh-huh.
You got the Halo sword.
Uh-huh.
You got a bunch of things you could do.
He would do some sick stuff with a Halo sword. Just saying. It'd be real pretty. Tyler, how about you, man? What would you want?
Something from Steven Universe, I think.
Yeah?
You
Yeah.
get the Steven Universe shield.
The shield and the sword, or like Garnet's gauntlet.
Oh,
That'd be cool.
Those sound hype. Those sound hype. So if you want a cosplay mode of perfectly flowing cloth or maybe rigid battle armor, the new Mandalorian show just came out and finished. Season 2's coming out. He's an expert at making a bunch of nerdy Star Wars stuff. The work is guaranteed to make you the talk of the con. So go over to Cards Custom Build on either Facebook or on their Etsy account. Link will be in the description down below. Make sure to mention that TCGU sent you their way, and you will get 5% off your entire order. Back to the show.
But I think we can move on to ReZero.
Okay. Go ahead and lead us into that. People who know more about ReZero than me.
Okay. So Rex, you saw a little bit of the set. Do you want to maybe pick out a couple cards that you thought were pretty hype?
So
And then,
I know there was a couple things that I just kind of skimmed over. There's a few things that are like, hey, that's kind of interesting. Some things that are like it's kind of good, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Some RNG things. I'm not super big in RNG, which I know that's what card games are. But I have really bad luck, so I can't hang on them.
Yeah, for sure.
For example, first card I was looking at was a 3/2 Ram Super Artist Climax combo. Pay 1 on attack with the combo. You mill 4, and then basically if you hit 4 or more Memory Snow characters, you burn 3. It's super good if you nail 4 characters. I can't do that. I have really bad luck for it. But Oliver, do you wanna? Huh?
Which one is it? Is it number 25?
For
For the RAM?
Yeah.
I've got a better translation. It's not if you mill 4, it's if you have 4.
Oh, if you have 4, okay.
Yeah, if you have 4, you pay 1, ditch 1 on your opponent's reverse, I believe. Yeah, with combo, and then you burn them
Oh yeah,
3.
I super skimmed that.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's still there is a couple cards of RNG in this set. So there's always going to be those high rolly cards. This RAM looks good, but it's not over the top. And then the other thing on this is it requires Memory Snow, which is a lot of this set.
Specific, yeah.
Yeah, so this set isn't really going to help your other ReZero sets. It's literally going to be its own
this is like
thing.
an Alicization type thing.
Yeah, it literally is.
it
Sadly.
very much so is.
That kind of sucks.
So
I hate
my main comments before I get into any cards are the promo arts are adorable. For all of the promos for the set, they're pixel art style.
Where are those?
They're pixel art chibi style.
They're not
Yeah.
like chibi, they're pixel art style, which is fantastic. I think it's a great direction for
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm just a
We
big
don't
nerd.
see it that often, so I definitely.
Yeah.
But if I was to comment on any card, Marshmallow Man will be great again. The end.
Yeah, there's a 1-0 event in the set that's blue, I believe. Yes.
Yep.
And it literally says look at up to the top 7 cards of your deck and either A, grab the 1-0 Rem combo, or B, grab the Climax combo for the 1-0 Rem. And
Cool.
so that's really cool. And then the 1-0 Rem says on attack, look at the top 3 cards, either grab a Memory, I believe, is it Memory Snow?
Yes.
It might be Memory Snow exclusive as well, sadly. But you grab one of those characters, and then, or you grab an event, which is Memory Man. Yep, you grab a Memory Snow, or you grab the 1-0 event.
Yeah, or the
So-
Marshmallow Man. So it just cycles.
So-
but Marshmallow Man is hype.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think from what I've read so far, the biggest hype card is that 3/2 Amelia.
Oh yeah, I've been setting, actually proxying up a deck for it, and I'm trying to test stuff with it. And the combo is actually really cool. It says on reverse of your opponent, if you have another Memory Snow character, you pay 1 and you get to choose one of the 3 abilities, which is either A, you get to stock swap them, which means take all the stock out of your opponent's stock zone, put it into waiting room, and then they take the same number of cards from the top of their deck and they put them into the stock. Or you choose one of your characters and it gains 6,000 power. Or no, it does that all in the same. Or the second ability, which is burn 2 to your opponent. and that's only for one stock on reverse. So right now in the meta, that's actually really nice because it gives you the option of either A, you're playing against compression deck and they have a lot of climaxes in their deck, and you're just like, I'm going to see how many I can hit out. Put them in the stock out of your clean stock. Cool.
It's super hype, but it is an on reverse combo, but you're really going to have to put something with it against today's metas. Level 3s are huge.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
a lot of they're usually sitting around like 13Ks, so you have to be really careful with that, which it can happen like easily. Instead of trying to kill your opponent with this burn, you're killing them with another burn, so you have two of these on board and you're literally just paying one stock to get stock swap your opponent and then give power to the second Amelia, so that way you can burn them on that reverse. But then you have decks that like play anti-damage, so you have Sword Art, you have that
Log
just
Horizon.
does log Log Horizon.
Not really but yeah.
What it
You
says
have-
no damage. It says I can't take damage.
But then you also have these other decks that have these nutty events that are really good on defense, like Konosuba that says take all your stock and put it in the waiting room when you attack me. That card that you just, when you declared trigger, went into stock already. So then they force all your stock out, and you're like, well, I can't do my own first combo. That kind of
So, like,
sucks.
A thing that it really, really has for itself is it is super cheap. So you can run other things with it and have no problem.
And that's where I'm just trying to see if maybe I can run Memory Snow, but also can I run other stuff with it? Like, can I run previous set stuff with it, and can it still work? And that's just going to be a deck testing standpoint that
I think
players
it's
are going to
worth
have to do. Yeah. So you can just get the cards that you want to try and then just try to add them into your deck and see if they work. But, like, do I feel like the set will be good? I think it'll be on the level of, like, maybe high B, maybe low A, if it's consistent enough, which it could be. Seeing all the cards that are in the set, it can be very consistent. So, yeah, I think it'll be a good average set, way above the recent set, JoJo and Batman Ninja and Alicization. I think it'll possibly be better than those because it's a lot more consistent. But, like, it's just going to have to be something we're going to have to test out and see in our meta and see how it works.
Yeah, I think for my input on that, I think we're looking definitely at something that's going to be, in the top set of decks, but it's probably going to be right under where I would put Bunny Girl. It's going to be right above where I would put the new Sword Art set because it is definitely more consistent. But the thing that this set doesn't have that I think Sword Art has is just a more explosive endgame, which kind of is carrying Sword Art Alicization. But the one thing that I definitely want to note is I feel this set, since it is more of a standalone set, I think it's definitely still under your regular ReZero build, which is kind of sad because there's not too many pieces that you can feasibly put into another deck. But at the same time, it's really cool because it gives you another option for the same show to play another deck. So it's something I'm definitely going to be picking up based on that. But is it something I'm going to unload at a regionals? Probably not.
Yeah, I'd much rather play in my regular ReZero deck than play this deck, to be honest.
Do you want to know what
although
card I want to
Marshmallow
talk about?
Strong.
Do you want to know what card I want to talk about?
Which card?
Yuki Usagi, Flying Assault type, heavy firepower, battle weapon.
What card is that?
What is that?
This is the 3/2 yellow extra card. Event card. If you have 3 or more snow rabbits in your memory, deal 2 damage to your opponent and put 1 card from your clock into your waiting room. It's a burn 2, heal 1.
See, I forgot this set even had yellow.
That's
So,
pretty sick.
And then all you have
It's
to do
cool.
is play a 0/0.
Yeah.
That's basically just a burn 1 search.
What's the snow rabbit?
It says pay 1, put the top card of your library into your clock, put this card to your memory. It's a 0/0 500 power. When it becomes reversed in battle, you pay the cost, search your library for 1 memory snow character, and put it into your hand after showing it to your opponent.
Oh, okay.
Like,
So
it's not terrible.
Not a bad card.
It's like the 0/0 through the cave Alice from Alicization.
Mhm.
You just pay 1 on reverse and go, cool, I guess I'll search my deck for a cool card. Except this one goes to your memory and you can still do cool shit with it.
Right, you get to gain
just-
extra things for it.
It's just harder to put in a memory, to be honest, to actually get the combo off because it actually needs to be reversed, and so your opponent. There's a lot of decks nowadays that have stock bomb. They have heal bomb, so it's like it doesn't get reversed, or
I think
like it is
like, so-
500. So like I guess like you
Like
just
if you're trying to play the combo, I think you drop this down and attack into something.
yeah, obviously.
I think you just leave your spot open specifically just because you know you're playing the combo, and it just auto searches for something anyway, so you don't have to worry about like being down a card either. So like,
You know what's funny? I may actually mix both of my current ReZero decks because I have 2 separate ones, but I also have a third one. But like the 2 ones that I have right now is I have all the things to play Nexo Amelia, and then all the things to play just the regular ReZero blue-yellow build. So what I'm thinking is possibly just mixing both of those, so that way I'm getting the best out of both worlds. So I'm getting like the 0-0 pucks that search for Amelia, play the 1-0 Amelia combo, and then maybe possibly try playing the 3-2 Amelia combo from the set.
Mhm.
Because the puck 0-0 says literally to find an Amelia. So like if a lot of my deck is Amelia, then I just search for the Amelias. It doesn't matter if it's Memory Snow, Magic, Weapon, because it just searches for name instead.
Yeah, I actually almost ran that card as a one-of in a Ram build that runs the Amelia combo.
Mhm.
And I ran it as a one-of. It worked okay, but I found a better card for that slot.
Yeah. But
So,
that's
like,
only if I
the deck
decide to
that
do
runs
it.
the new Amelia and you still run some of the old stuff along with the new 3-2, you can actually make that card like super valued because it
Yeah.
also has a alarm ability.
Yeah. So this set is just going to be, it's an awkward one. Like,
Oh.
there are going to be ways of, like,
so
being
all
able
of
to make-
yellow,
mhm.
all of yellow plays this Snow Rabbit combo.
Yeah.
Like that's its entire purpose is to do this Snow Rabbit thing.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Yeah, like the
Yeah.
3-2, what's his name? Subaru searches for the event.
Subaru's
nice.
always bad though.
I prefer Toyota.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
They're-
if you're wanting to play a Snow Rabbit combo, it has it.
Oh, dude.
It's not like
if we're
it's not like you're
talking-
trying to force it. It's not like you have to try and force it. Like it already exists. They built the archetype already.
Hey,
Yeah.
dude. James, all I'm seeing is possibly a video of a meme deck, and we're playing Snow Rabbit combo.
I'm hella down. I'm
Dude.
hella down.
I
Yeah,
mean,
dude.
it's-
You get to play Wind Burn Trigger? Oh, my God. That's pretty nice.
So one thing that I do want to piggyback off of us getting Memory Snow, I
Hmm.
think it gives me a lot of hope
For
to
Konosuba,
see, to see Konosuba re-get it, and then also to see
Diva
ReZero
X.
re-get it.
Oh, okay.
No, Diva X is still way in the wings.
I'm still on
But
that
it
one.
gives me hope that we're gonna start seeing more follow-up sets.
I think
Um,
it'd be really cool if like halfway through a month they don't have to do it like every month, but like release those re-edits or those really smaller sets.
Well, they're not smaller sets. Is the problem because
No, I'm talking things like those size of like Log Horizon and stuff like that, just like the smaller sets.
Oh,
if like
yeah,
if they did some, yeah, like the extra boosters, like they did something like that.
yeah,
Like
I mean,
they
that'd be pretty
just
cool.
not every single month, but every once in a while, just drop a little bit more product. Just like here's something else. Here's the re-edit. We didn't make it like a full. It's not a full set. It's just a smaller re-edit set or whatever, and just
Yeah.
like kind of soft dropped a bunch of things.
Yeah. So another thing that I'm looking for, because extra boosters actually that's a really cool idea, but this gives me hope that we're gonna see Bunny Girl set 2, and if we see that, it's gonna definitely change up our meta because that deck's gonna be really strong if we get the set 2 pieces.
I think there's a lot of cool things that like I wish we could get. Like Overlord
Yeah.
looks really sick.
Speaking of extra boosters, though, if they just started dropping like, small, different extra boosters, I totally want Sengoku Bizarra.
You want what?
Sengoku Bizarra.
Okay.
It's
Don't know
a-
what that is.
It's a Dynasty Warriors thing.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Is that
Oh, really? That's what that is?
Set's really old. Set's really bad. Set's really cool.
Dude, sounds like some King of Fighters.
Oh, dude, I was about to say that.
Dude, like the card art actually looks really cool. Okay,
Did you just drop that into the chat?
maybe. Dude, like literally the card art's all super cool. It's Dynasty
It does
Warriors
look
to the
cool.
max.
It does look really cool.
I got a question.
Hmm.
Dude, what is this 1-0 event climax combo card? What am I looking at?
Which one?
The one we were talking about earlier.
1093.
Oh,
I think
you mean the Marshmallow Man?
Yeah.
Well, what do you want to know about it?
It was the card we were talking about earlier, Rex.
Yeah.
It's the card that like searches for it searches for either the climax that you need or the 1-0 for the combo.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah. Okay,
so
because
the
I'm
1-0 Marshmallow Man, it specifically says you have to have a character with Rem in the name on board, and then you look at top 7, you grab your 1-0 combo or the climax, and then you put the rest back in deck, which is very interesting.
okay. Yeah, I was like, I'm just skimming through the events right now, and I didn't really get a good translation on that. I was like, what is that?
But yeah, no, Marshmallow Man will be.
Yeah.
Mine has it as Strange Mayo Man.
You shut up. It is Marshmallow Man.
Yeah, it's like I said, there's going to be some cool things in this set. I think it'll be consistent because ReZero just has a natural way of staying consistent. I'm just a little sad that like every time it seems like we get a new ReZero set, there's only like maybe 2 cards that you add to the set from first set.
I mean, Nisekoi had the same thing.
Yeah, but then you have like Sword Art where like your deck will change a lot.
Right,
And, like-
so it changes it completely, minus Alicization.
Yeah, minus
Well,
Alice is
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to be the only one that states that every time we talk about Sword Art.
Okay.
I mean, we
So-
haven't had a lot of field testing. Which I'm very excited for once regionals do pick back up. I want to see how it performs.
Alice?
Yeah.
No, the Asuna Musashi burner.
Mm.
I think that card's so nuts.
Yeah, I think it's gonna have a lot of impact. That's specifically why I did not build the deck, because I want to see how it performs.
Before you just start throwing it and shit.
Well, I mean, okay, so I actually have a copy, literally, right here.
I have no copies.
But
Give it.
I'm going
That card
to.
is value, dude.
I'm gonna wait because I have the red deck laid out right now, so it's blue, green, red. But if it performs well enough, I'm switching it to blue, green, yellow.
Dude, just do what I do and just play 4 colors.
See, I considered the option very strongly.
Yeah,
I
but we're playing different combos anyways though. You're playing Last Shot and I'm playing Mill 11.
yeah, just because the book feels really good.
Mill
the problem,
11, what?
The
Yeah.
problem stems more so in I could have fit yellow in there. It's just that I would feel more comfortable if I had a card like the Kirito from Alicization that can level switch, which it theoretically can switch level for the regular deck, but then I have to play it at higher than a 1-of because I have no way of searching it. So I feasibly could not put it in the deck as a reliable thing to get off and switch my level.
Yeah. I don't have problems with my deck right now actually. It's actually surprising. But that's
Yeah.
because I kept it as consistent as I could.
I mean, that's
So-
fair.
Like, I know what cards I'm playing on board at what time. I'm not playing the 1-0 Kazuto and Asuna on when immediately after going to level 1. I don't plan to. That
Yeah.
card is literally for later in the match where I need to search for either A, a 3-2 I'm looking for that I know is near the end of my deck, or B, it's searching for combo. But, I'm playing Gold Bar, so it's like, will I really not have combo?
Yeah.
So it's just, I'm just a little sad. That's the only reason with this set. Like I saw it in Japanese and I was like, oh, cool. There's a cool ReZero deck, and I was just like, I started reading it in JP when it first came out, and I was just like, man, this sucks.
Like
Because
yeah.
I even have Japanese ReZero. So like if this was only gonna stay in JP, I would have been able to grab stuff, but I didn't want to because there's no reason to because it's not worth it.
Yeah, that's very fair.
But also the sad part is my Japanese ReZero deck has more foils than my English ReZero deck.
So I don't know how we're doing on time, but everyone kind of knows what we want, and Rex is the new guy here, so I'm gonna bully him. Rex,
Nice. Bully Rex.
okay, Rex. If we were to get one set in English Vice, and it could be any set from JP, what would
Oh
it be?
god. I don't think I ever answered this question.
I feel like we kind of all have.
Let me pull up my Encore decks.
Jesus.
Oh, I have an answer. I have an answer.
All right, go ahead.
But it's with a stipulation.
Okay.
We get how to raise a boring girlfriend, but we also have to get the second set.
Oh god.
Because set one
With like a stipulation, like I would hate to ask for like, hey, I want this set, but it also has like 5 other sets that I need with it. I feel like that's a lot.
It's like,
Okay.
hey, I'd like to get Sword Art, but there's like 6 other sets.
how to raise a boring girlfriend.
Choose a title or like an IP.
So, Automato. So, recently I built Symphogear. That's actually a super good deck. I thought it was super fun. But one of my favorite animes, Steins Gate, that's been in here. But I really want it so bad, and I've never built it, never tested it. I don't know. I would probably like to see Steins Gate.
Sounds good. It's gonna be pretty cool.
That's pretty fair. We all know what James wants.
Franks.
Jesus.
Or Clanad. I'd take Clanad.
Yeah, that's fair. Mine's Diva X, so
Yeah.
big hype.
Dude, I'm Andrew. I'm still there with you. I need to see it.
Dude,
See, that's why you didn't have to waste your vote on it.
Okay.
It's my vote.
So, my reason for wanting How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend is the show sucks. Don't watch the show. It's not worth it. I watched the first 2 episodes and like that was like 2 years ago, and I have not gone any farther. Like
Then why do you want it?
It's like
the
most
set,
people
okay, the set is really cool, and James, you've seen it in tournament because I've played it on Wednesdays, and it's that red-green combos with the gold bar and the gate. Oh my god, that deck is so good.
Is that the decks you and Larry have been testing?
Oh yeah, the one that sends a lot of stuff to memory. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is
the one where you had a completely shit game and I had no clue what your deck was supposed to do because you didn't do anything the entire game.
Yeah, and I just sat there. Like,
Yeah.
I won't lie. Sometimes that deck will it will crap out on me. But like, is that deck so good to just get itself out of it? Like, we've been testing that deck. I have cards on the way to make that deck even better than it is right now.
Jeez.
Like, this deck, if it came to English, I would hope we got both sets. Because set 1, you get some really cool level 0s and maybe a couple cards that you can add to the meta deck. But my god, is set 2 so good.
What if they just did like a re-edit? What if that's what they started doing? Like if there are multiple sets in JP, they released like a re-edit version for English?
Oh, and just give us all the good cards? Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Dude, can we get a re-edit for Angel Beats, please?
What are you talking about? We already have that.
No, like a better one. Like
Yeah, but
My
that's
God.
Dude, I haven't actually looked at like the list of like everything like Weiss Schwarz has.
I don't know. I think if they took a Bunko set and just like wrapped up a whole bunch of older sets that we already have pieces of,
I think
including like power up stuff in there, that'd be big hype.
Oh, that would be so hype. Like, just give us the good cards that makes each set better and just put those instead of getting like everything.
I'm telling you right now, it's not because I'm like a weirdo or anything, but I would totally want to play Ilya, like Fate Prism Ilya, if we had the power up stuff, because holy hype, that deck gets actually explosive.
Oh my god, that deck can kill you. That deck with like, okay, so if you guys haven't played against the regular Fate deck, and you guys haven't played against a Gilgamesh deck that runs that and like all the good stuff, that deck is so explosive if it goes off. Like,
Oh.
that deck can just kill you. Ilya can do the same, but not at level 2, but at level 3. Because 3-2 Ilya literally says on attack, or on play at climax, if you have a Mew, the exact Mew, I believe, in the back row, you pay 1, ditch 1, mill the top card. If it's a magic or master or servant character, right? Or one of those, it's the trait lock character for Prisma Ilya.
Yeah.
If you mill one of those characters, you get all your characters gain on attack burn 1. And so if you have 3 of those on board, you literally give your whole board on attack burn 1 3 times in 3 instances. So it's on attack burn 1, burn 1, burn 1. Now my attack. On attack, burn 1, burn 1, burn 1.
Do you know what I want?
What?
The Fruit of Grisaya.
Oh, dude, I would be down for that set.
So here's the
10 out of
thing.
10.
I only want the SP. I only want the SP 3-2. Like, that card looks so good.
Hey, James.
Which one?
I gotta inform you.
Huh.
Good luck finding, because I don't know.
Like, that card's so cool. Like, I don't even know what it fucking does. It just looks so nice.
Dude,
So which card are we talking about?
The 3-2?
Here, yeah, the 3-2 SP.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it real quick so I can.
So it's
What color and what color?
I
SP
believe
blue.
it's
SP blue. 3-2 number 80. I
Je
believe.
vous suis attaché.
The one in the dress?
Yeah.
Yes.
In the moon behind her?
Yeah. It's she's
Oh,
outside.
it's a mirror.
Yeah.
It has combo on attack, pay 1. When this card attacks, if climax is in the climax slot, you may pay the cost. If you did during this turn, this card gets 2,000 power and choose to perform one of the following abilities. Place all cards of your opponent's stock into waiting room. Opponent places the same amount of cards from his or her top deck into stock, or deal 1 to your opponent.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And then it also has when it's placed on stage, you may pay the
Dude,
cost.
you could just
Stock
literally,
card,
depending
stock.
on how much stock your opponent has, just sweep their entire deck.
Dude, they're at 3-6 and they're super chunky. You're just like, I'm gonna mill
Dude,
that.
so that reminds me, I wanted to build a deck with like a bunch of different sets in it that only focuses on removing climaxes, and then put out a card that swings for like 50 and it decks them out.
So, Weiss 1-0?
Yeah,
God damn it.
like we're
Yeah,
gonna
but
how we looking?
deck you out and damage.
What do we have for time, Tam? Very long. Solid. So we can wrap it up.
Oops. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll save it for the post show.
Okay.
We've been going for an hour and 20 minutes.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
That includes the pre-show. Okay. So yeah, we've ran about an hour. That's not bad.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty
but
good.
I just want to get Grisaya, Fruit of Grisaya specifically for this one card. I can care less about the entire set. I don't even know what the set does.
Pretty good though. Big read.
Hey, I would play it if I could get this card. I would.
James?
I'd build one deck.
James, see, there's a card that you have to look at.
I
What
would
card's
love
that?
to see.
Well, we'll talk
different
about it. We'll
cards.
talk about it in the pre. We'll talk about it in the post show.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
So thanks for checking out the podcast, guys. Make sure to check out our other content. Shout out to these guys for showing up today. I'm still all in the middle of a quarantine, so being able to make sure we all get out and not out, but like get all together and get to talk and do the podcast is very rough sometimes. So thanks for checking out the content once again, and have a nice day, guys.
Support your local TC or LGS.
Support the local LGS.
Yeah.
Guys.
Support
saying it
your
every
local
time.
TCG player.